Her name is Angela, but you call her Throat Goat. Your wife at best gives the envelope lick, but Throat Goat can suck a tennis ball through a straw. Adultery. Best thing since marriage. Juggling a wife and a side chick is more about the forbidden fruit effect than anything. Angela's more attractive because you're not supposed to have an Angela. If we confess our sins, he is faithful and just and will forgive our sins and purify us from all righteousness. Your pastor says every Sunday. So you go for confession every Sunday. Wait, this is brilliant. All I have to do is come ask for forgiveness? Does that mean I can still Christianity covers 31% of the world, but nearly 50% of Nigeria's population, making us the most religious country in the continent. But sorry, I must acknowledge this video could trigger many of you. So to counter that, my producer will be backdropping a blasphemy to save us all the trouble and enjoy my bad belly. In 2019, Nigeria had approximately over 16,300 churches, which should mean we're as saintly as they come, except the data does not quite correlate. The abundance of churches merely acts as a safety net because if you knew there were tens of thousands of facilities waiting to ship you to heaven, you'd be less motivated to play nice. Depending on which one you attend, the vibe varies. With Dunamis, it's I'm favored. Mountain of Fire, well, it's fuck the ops. Koza, Crest, Etika. But if there is one underlining theme they all have, it's a message of prosperity. I mean, who doesn't need a promise for tomorrow to hear that despite the ridiculousness of daily life, you are still loved? Arthritis, infection, that there is always light at the end of the carpal tunnel. But doesn't that explain why we're stuck? Perhaps churches only prioritize half of Christianity's message. For example, anyone with children knows that you'd care more that they obeyed you than if they sang your name once every 7 days. Blasphemy. Take our husband with Angela the Throat Goat, who's too busy getting his wiener smooshed to treat his marital affairs with urgency. And then take the average man in the military, disciplining himself to earn his way to the top. One prioritizes the destination over how to get there. The other understands that both go hand in hand. If church equal liberation, why does Nigeria have its 6th largest presence on earth, yet we're unarguably fucked? Blasphemy. But then during the time of Christ, there were next to no churches, and yet prophets of all caliber reportedly sprang up everywhere. Blasphemy. Or how about Finland, said to be the happiest place on earth, and only has 4% of our churches? Blasphemy. Jeez, bro, can you fucking stop saying blasphemy? A Dutch academic named Gert Hofstede pioneered a powerful study in the 80s that to this day enlists 93 countries, investigating each one's psychology, culture, and collective mental programming. So say a place like the UK, having pretty private people, they rank 89 in individualism, which means their citizens have a free-thinking autonomy to question everything for themselves. And as such, they have a low tolerance to tyranny. Meaning if you tried snatching electoral ballot boxes, you'd be swarmed by a number of in it, bruv. America's is 91 and Ghana, well, hey. Comparatively, typing my country in gives interesting results. Nigeria has an individualism of 30. Our great superpower, communal bond that always bred collectivity, also happens to be our biggest weakness. If there are fewer independent thinkers, we are highly tolerant to tyranny, but ultimately, religion. Man is alone. Alone he was born, alone he shall depart. Spirituality is a lonely path. Alone he must stand before his God. No community, nor country, nor church. As such, he will be judged by his thoughts, words, and his actions. So awake, strip everything away that isn't you, and know thyself. Joyful righteousness brings you closest to worship, for it's simply daily life. Of what use is it to be on your best behavior for 2 hours only to return to your old ways? Isn't he omnipresent? Christianity literally means nothing else but to live like him.